I'm calling the meeting to order. The May 26, 2021 Board of Education Action Meeting will be held in person at the Carolyn Atkinson School at 7:30 p.m. The Board of Education Action Meeting will be open to the public for in-person attendance not to exceed 250 people at the meeting per Executive Order 20245. All questions or statements that are not answered during the meeting will be responded to directly as necessary. In-person attendees may participate during the public comment portion of the agenda and are required to fill out and submit appropriate communication forms prior to addressing the Board of Education regarding agenda items or for other questions. Should we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I'll now proceed to giving Cindy Coward her oath. Which way? This way. Yeah. Mhm. I,
Sunday F. Coward,
do solemnly affirm that I will support
do solemnly affirm that I will support
the Constitution of the United States of America
the Constitution of the United States of America
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties
and I will faithfully discharge the duties
of the Office of Trustees according to the best of my ability.
of the Office of Trustees according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, board announcement, Trustee Castillo.
Thank you, President Lancaster. I just wanted to share with my colleagues on the board and those here today and watching us at home. I had the honor of serving as a panelist on May 20th for a really powerful conversation titled, "Why Do We Need More Educators of Color?" And it was hosted by the Long Island Latino Teachers Association along with the Long Island Black Educators Association. It was a wonderful conversation. I spoke on the perspective of a board member, particularly regarding the recent policies that have come down from our Board of Regents around specifically diversity, equity, and inclusion. So it was, again, a wonderful experience and conversation discussing this with many stakeholders, elected and educators across our region. In addition to that, I also serve as the Nassau County rep on our New York State School Board Association's Committee on Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and we had our monthly meeting this past Saturday with a wonderful presentation and continuing these discussions around this new guidance by the Board of Regents. And I will be sharing more resources with you all at a later date. Thank you.
I just want to welcome Ms. Sunday Coward to the board. I'm looking forward to all of us working together. And thank you to Trustee Castillo for being part of the panel, for Lita. I can't think of a better person to speak up and represent our Board of Education. I attended the 20-year service last week for the district, and it was besides being well attended, it was so organized. It was great to be there. So thank you to everyone who has been with us for 20 years.
Trustee Howard.
Thank you, President. Lancaster. I just want to say thank you to everyone who supported me and getting on the board, but I just like to say it's great to be back. And I also want to just acknowledge the persons whose seat that I ran for, my buddy and confidant, Ernie James Kite Jr., and just really want to feel his presence at this moment and say thank you to all of you and look forward to working with all of you on the board.
Our superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Lancaster. Officially welcome to the first board meeting, Ms. Cowart. Okay. I'm going to go straight into some of the presentations we have for this evening before providing further update of various things. A short presentation relating to the reopening plan. When I say short, only because there aren't too many changes that are coming through right now. But most importantly, all of us nationwide, and certainly New York has been prepared so well for the last many months, how to proceed, what to be doing in September, summer, and for rest of the weeks that remain before the closing of the schools. And certainly it's all guided by what's happening in the country, what's happening relating to COVID-19, and the science, the research, the metrics, everything that has been coming out on a regular basis. So to begin with, we have been truly guided by the CDC guidelines and the New York State Department of Health guidelines. And all this information we have made available throughout since last March or a little later on our website. Health and safety, well-being of our students, staff has been always paramount to all of us here. And certainly everything what we have been doing here has been continuously communicated to all the stakeholders, certainly all the proper procedures that needs to be followed. They have been followed, they are continue to be followed. So the updated guidance, that we have from CDC, and again, based on the science and the information that has come out all along, we have been maintaining 6 feet social distancing in our classrooms. Certainly, that may or may not have been necessary once you had the desk guards and other measures in place. But district here in all the schools, we continue to maintain the 6 feet. But the good news is that's no longer required, and now the minimum can be 3 feet. And I'm very hopeful and confident that even 3 feet might change in the several weeks to come. And this is the only way 100% of the students can return to schools. And it's absolutely my opinion, personal opinion, that it's really time for all the students to be here. And I can't say that, how much of the loss of schooling has caused impact. And it's very critical for our students to be here in the district to really make sure that we serve them and take care of their needs as a whole child. So the district can, going forward for the next few weeks or for summer and certainly for September, move in this direction. We're not making any changes at this point of time for the rest of the school year. But after tonight, yes, we have invited many of our students to return. So we continue to accept those who want to be coming in. We still are able to maintain the 6 feet. But after tonight, we don't need to be maintaining that. And I strongly urge that to the families and those who are viewing tonight, please consider and sending your child so that they can, if they're remote, to come here, get used to the next few weeks so that they can be prepared either coming back in summer or coming back in September. It used to be 12 feet for any of the music-related events or any physical activities. That has been changed from 12 to 6 feet. The social distancing in the classrooms from 6 to 3 feet. Those are the two kind of major changes. And that's the only way we can return. And all the data speaks for it's absolutely safe. And schools continue to be safe places for students to return. Desk guards are no longer required. We can make some decisions for the rest of the few weeks or summer or coming back in September. Right now, we have not changed that yet. So all the other protocols relating to facilities, cleaning, transportation, hygiene, everything, that will continue where we are. And even if the guidelines change, what is happening for the last, or what has been happening for the last 10 months, I like that to become the new standard going forward, regardless what happens. It's really good to be in that situation. It's good to be following all those protocols for the health and safety. One other change, relating to who could be quarantined or not quarantined, based on the data, which is again a little bit old data. Anyone who's fully vaccinated, asymptomatic, they don't need to quarantine if they're exposed to COVID-19. And individuals who have recovered from a laboratory confirmed COVID-19 infection during the past 3 months do not have to quarantine if exposed to COVID-19. And I'm sure everybody's really looking at the numbers. Right now, the statewide COVID positivity rate is less than 1%. Long Island is less than 1%, somewhere in the 0.62. School district is 0.00, negligible percentage of positivity rate. So all is going well, and I do hope we keep this way. Again, all the measures, protocols that need to be followed, schools will continue to do that. So vaccinations, I think, we have been urging, and personally, I continue to plead for everyone to get vaccinated. If one needs more information to learn more about it, we have been conducting, many of those seminars. There's tremendous amount of information on the website. So I urge those who are still thinking about or hesitant, to seriously consider getting vaccinated. And anyone needs more information, we can assist. We're also trying to bring the pods here into the district. We have helped many of our staff members, many students, to be able to get the appointments in the last many months. And then we have been able to arrange the availability of vaccine for our students and staff and community members for the past many weeks. Again, dated information here. Things have changed. New Yorkers from age 16 and up are able to get vaccine, and that again changed on May 10th with some more good news of ages 12 to 15 being eligible to receive the vaccination. So we have, as a matter of fact, tomorrow is a pod appointment center we have created with our partners, our medical partners. So we're glad to be able to bring those appointments to our students. And they're hoping under 12 approval is likely to be happening by September. So throughout the pandemic, since last March, we have kept our communications well promptly and through many means of communication through our website, mobile app, robocalls, and so on and so forth. And we're going to continue doing that in the next weeks and months, or the next whole year to go. And if there are any questions about the reopening plan, all the information continues to be posted, updated on our website. So in summary, I think we want to have all our students back in our schools. It's really truly important for their continuity of education, truly important to take care of our children and addressing their needs as a whole child. Science speaks for itself, and the schools have been safe places. So we urge everyone to return, and we want to be moving forward in the direction that we have the guidelines from CDC for 100% return. Okay. Any questions members of the board may have, will be happy to answer. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much. And those who are watching.
Sorry, I just
I'm
have
sorry.
one question. Will the district continue to make testing available? I know that we've done really great in bringing that resource to our community as well.
We are continuing for another several weeks to continue, for sure. And kind of that leads into another short conversation about all the year-end events. We are trying to return to normalcy as much we can, and where we are able to hold events in person, we are trying to do that for sure. And we are also making sure that we're following the guidelines from the CDC and particularly the New York State DOH. I just want to reiterate that, masks are still required, on the school premises. Again, if I know one particular district announced, masks not being required in the classrooms any longer, which is not true. And students and staff continue to wear masks in the classrooms until we have further guidance. So year end, very quickly, somebody agrees with me. Okay, right, great, okay, right, okay. So year end events, certainly moving up, and graduation events, we are proceeding to really make it happen in person. Definitely, we want to make it memorable for our students, for sure. It does come with some limitations, where we are able to, we are going to be inviting, one guest or two guests, where we can do 3 ceremonies, 2 ceremonies, 4 ceremonies, moving up ceremonies. We are going to make that happen. I'll do a quick run through. All of this information will be posted on the web and released anytime now. Columbus, moving up, which is one of the best things I look forward to. Graduating from, moving up from Columbus University, So we're going to have 4 in-person ceremonies, and then certainly it will be in person. We're going to let 2 guests per student attend. Bayview Avenue School will have 2 in-person ceremonies, again with 2 guests per student. Giblin, again, it really depends on the numbers, number of students we have in the 4th grade. So Giblin will have 3 in-person ceremonies, again, 2 guests per student. New Visions, 2 ceremonies, 2 guests per student. Archer Street School, same. And Atkinson, we're planning on June 24th, 3 in-person ceremonies, 2 guests per student. Dodd Middle School, same, 3 ceremonies with 2 guests. So we're trying to make sure that, yes, it may be an additional ceremony, but based on the surveys, conversations that we have had with the parents, we want to honor what has been asked for. So that's why we're trying to do more than one ceremony so that the family members can come. And Freeport High School, it's going to be at Hofstra Stadium. And then we are still the information is emerging relating to testing, vaccine, what to be looking for. University has posted some things that we're not sure whether that applies to us, but the goal is really definitely we're having it in person. All the 500 plus graduates will be in person. We'll have at least 2 for sure per family member, and the testing, if it doesn't change and if the testing is as is right now, we have partnered with the company and the district will be able to provide the testing for those who are not vaccinated. So we are coming up with a procedure, but I'm truly happy, excited for our students and families that we are able to return to almost normalcy. So all this information will be forthcoming. I'll be including this as a part of the board update. We're going to post on the website. Information has already gone out, or some schools have sent out to the families. So the next quick presentation we want to do is summer school. Summer school in Freeport. Freeport is really like a 12-month school, and Freeport schools never sleeps. And whether it's before school, after school, summer school, breaks, we are always there for creating some opportunities for our students, exciting opportunities, learning opportunities. So what we're doing this summer is not necessarily different than what we have done in the past years, but a lot bigger, robust, comprehensive summer program, K through 12, that addresses everything, the academics, the arts, athletics, STEM, language and literacy. And we do have many special education students, who come through summer, and a program for 8th through 12th grade students at the secondary level, which has always happened, that continues. And we do have the dual enrollment summer program going on, the P-TECH program, summer reading program, and of course, importantly, the mental health services will continue during summer for all our students, and a lot of other professional development, exciting opportunities for our teachers. A lot goes on. I think I probably took away everything which Glory was going to say, but I'll turn it over to Glory to go a little more in detail. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Kuncham. I'm just going to give some details about some of our programs for this summer. So our K through 4 program this year was expanded to include academics, language, physical education, art, music, STEM, and for students that needed intensive reading intervention. We have also planned live virtual field trips with the Cradle of Aviation and the Hofstra Museum of Art. We have both a 2-week and a 4-week option for our students that are in rising kindergarten through rising 4th grade. Our 5 through 8 program this year is a little bit different than in past years. We have broken it up into academies. So we have an academic academy, a language academy, a math and STEM academy. And students will have 2 periods in the day where they can choose electives. And those electives will include different opportunities in the arts, athletics, STEM, writing, dance, and many more. It's going to be 4 weeks and it'll be held at the Atkinson School. Our Summer Arts Academy, similar to in past years, is returning for rising 4th through 8th graders. It will feature band lessons, orchestra lessons, choral sections, visual arts, dance. New this year is that students that are in other academies who are coming to us for academics or language or math and STEM can now choose their electives in the Summer Arts Academy. So this is the first year that that opportunity exists, which is great. And this Summer Arts Academy will also take place at Atkinson. Our next program is our Summer School Special Education Program, which is for students with IEPs who are eligible for extended school year programs. Each week centers around a different theme, all the activities that happen around that theme. It runs for 30 days at Atkinson. We also have out-of-district special education students that attend summer schools in their respective schools, and there are eligible students who receive their home services at home through the summer as well. The special education in-district program will also take place at Atkinson. At Freeport High School, our summer program runs for 25 days, and students can gain course credit if they did not earn that credit during the school year to stay on track for graduation. Also at the high school, our P-Tech students are offered preparatory courses in physics, calculus, and technology to prepare for the college level classes that they will be beginning in September in that program. They also participate in virtual field trips and receive mentoring through the month of July at Freeport High School. As Dr. Kuncha mentioned, we also have a dual enrollment summer program at Freeport High School. Students who are interested or part of our Smart Scholars program can earn college credit from SUNY Farmingdale. There are 6 courses being offered during the 2 sessions this summer. They include sociology, history through film and graphic novels, the Renaissance, women in history, and public policy. Our Smart Scholars students receive college credit through our Smart Scholars grant, and other students interested in taking these classes can earn the college credit at a deeply discounted rate. As always, we have a very robust summer reading program for our students K through 12. This year, our summer reading program for grades K through 6 involves a few different things. Students will have access to the Raz Kids digital platform, where they have access to differentiated text that they've been using throughout the school year in their classes. We'll be running weekly reading contests, and our hashtag Freeport Reads website is always available with read alouds and digital libraries. All of our K-6 students will also receive a book and a reading calendar and materials for book responses that they can return when they come back to school. And we will also be working very closely with the Freeport Memorial Library to make sure our students are aware of all the opportunities throughout the summer for summer reading. At Dodd and Freeport High School, the students in grades 7 through 12 are once again, we're implementing one book, one school. So all students will have digital access to the chosen book titles by our librarians and our ELA teams. They can also request a hard copy of that book if they would prefer to have it that way. All students are encouraged to join our summer reading Google Classroom and participate in different activities and discussions about that text. We're very excited that the author of our Dodd text, Rena Barron, is going to be doing a digital event with our students from Dodd on August 19th. And we will also have a culminating activity for Freeport High School students also on August 19th. We have students during the school year involved in our Enrichment to Excellence program, which is an after-school program. This year, we created summer resources for these students that will expand on what they learned this year and experienced in our after-school program. Included in that summer learning resource bag are books, a journal, math manipulatives, task cards, science experiments, and we'll be holding a virtual event for those families so that we can walk them through and guide them through how those resources can be used throughout the summer for enrichment. As Dr. Kuncha mentioned, as through the regular school year, our mental health services continue with Cohen Pediatric Behavioral Health Center, and all the information about that can be found on our district's website as well. And lastly, summer school isn't just for our students. We have lots of professional development and school-related activities available for our teachers as well. So we're very excited for an amazing summer here in Freeport. Any questions?
Thank you. Thank you, Gloria. We're going to be continuing, by the way, grab and go during summertime, not only for students who will be attending uh, all the summer programs, but for others too. And Island Harvest, will continue the partnership during summer too. So, right. So just few more quick updates, talking about Island Harvest, we had the pleasure of hosting Senator Gillibrand in partnership with Freeport Schools, and a very important initiative that's coming from the federal government, which is really the Universal School Meals Act of 2021, which is really sponsored by Senator Gillibrand and Senator Bernie Sanders, who actually did it in 2019 and now coming back. This initiative really is now providing meals to all children across the country, all public schools, no questions asked, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack. So Freeport is already doing the free breakfast and lunch, and this program now extended to all the public schools across the nation. There has been waivers during the pandemic, allowing all the schools to be reimbursed and provide meals for all families, all students. Now this is an initiative to make it permanent across all public schools in America. So we had the pleasure of Senator Gillibrand coming and talking about this particular act, and certainly Island Harvest, thanks to Island Harvest for their continued partnership and what they have been providing for our families here. Certainly the levels of food insecurity has been growing across the country. There are 10 million children who fall under that category pre-COVID-19, and then after COVID-19, 13 million children are affected across the country. And we're also talking about 32 million adults, that numbers have grown to 42 million post-COVID. So this is a great initiative, and we are very fortunate and happy to really become the grounds for Senator Gillibrand's launch of the Universal School Meals Act. And I'm also excited to report that Freeport is going to continue to receive the My Brother's Keepers Family and Community Engagement Grant, which was ending, and now we're going to really have this for next 4 years to continue to connect with our families, provide training, resources, support for our students to succeed. So our partnerships will continue with Malloy College, Adelphi School of Social Work, Community Inclusion, CW Post, Education Center for Community Inclusion, CW Post, and Cradle Affiliation like that. So I think this is something I've shared in the past, but we're also thrilled to become the recipient of Smart Start program grant, which is $1,250,000 over 5 years, and we are the lead district on the grant in consortium with Uniondale and Westbury schools, providing professional development opportunities to increase expertise in computer science, engineering, and or educational technology for teachers K through 8. And we'll be partnering with the New York Institute of Technology to lead the professional development. We're thankful to FEF, Freeport Educational Foundation. Despite all the challenges during COVID, Freeport Educational Foundation will continue to support Freeport schools, providing 11 innovative grant awards to the tune of almost $24,000 and 10 scholarships of $500 each to the tune of $5,000. So thanks to Freeport Educational Foundation for their continued support to our students. And thanks to Archer Street School for their fundraiser for Freeport Educational Foundation. They raised, despite everything that's going on, they raised $750. The ACEs, Archer School Project ACEs, that's what they can call, raised $750 that's going to go to the foundation. So thanks to Archer Street School. I mentioned about the vaccine distribution tomorrow. It's really like Vax Mobile, this time it's going to be a mobile coming in tomorrow. And again, thanks to Mount Sinai for their continued partnership with Freeport Schools. Northwell Family Foundation series continues. Many workshops are coming. I'll not go through the list. Many workshops are coming for our parents and families. So we do have the Memorial Day Parade this weekend, Monday, May 31st. Of course, the parade will take place within the confines of the policies that exist. Certainly, Freeport Schools GROTC will be taking part in the parade. The lineup for the parade starts at 10 a.m. and takes off at 10:45. Also, we had some of my colleagues, myself, we had, along with BOCES leadership, we are having ongoing continuous dialogue with our representatives, and in particular, recently with Congresswoman Rice on the border crisis that we are looking at, and there is a possibility of 5,000 plus unaccompanied children coming to Long Island, New York City. We're certainly looking for assistance, information, so that we can serve our students better. We're all here absolutely will be taking care of these children, and every need that they have will be taken care of. What we're requesting from the federal authorities is really somebody managing it, somebody telling us in advance of what is happening, when it's going to be arriving. As you recall from the past, like one particular district was affected by 1,000 students arriving in a span of 3 or 4 days. So we're requesting for more coordination, more information on a timely manner, and of course, we are asking for additional funding to support this cause. And thanks to NIBEST for their partnership on the Earth Day, and for 4 schools truly going through tree planting, and certainly a lot of educational materials have been provided to the teachers and students. And I want to thank NIBEST only because I'm proud to be a part of NIBEST, serving on the board for the last many years. And Kevin did a nice job in providing lessons at each of the schools. Okay. I know Glory mentioned about the summer reading. It's kicking off on June 2nd, which is really next week. # Freeport Reads. That something everybody should be knowing about it by now. # Freeport Reads has been a signature hashtag for the last few years. So we'll be hosting a K-12 Parent University on Wednesday from 6:30 to 8 p.m. to really kick off summer reading. And another exciting thing that's happening next week, and which is really the Freeport Family Community Night with the Cradle of Aviation. I'm so excited about this event, and we have 500 plus students, families signed up for this evening, and allowed to have all the board members joining us that evening. Not only fun, but it's really great to be in that exciting venue, Cradle of Aviation. Okay. And June 8th is our National Junior Honor Society induction. That's going to be held in person at the Freeport High School Performing Arts Center. Madam President, that concludes my report.
Okay, I forgot to mention that we had a meeting with our auditors tonight. Our claim auditor who gave us information on the reviews that he did from July of 20 to May 21. And we also had the external auditor who went over his financial statements, and the internal auditor who gave us status on projects that they have completed and what they're looking forward to do. And that's that on the auditors. Mr. Roberts, do we have any questions?
President Lancaster, there are no questions at this time.
Okay, we'll move on with items for action. Trustee Avalon.
Sorry. 6.1 consent agenda items. Be resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves the following items: 6.2, 6.3, and 6.4.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. 7, other items for action. Trustee Castillo.
We didn't vote on it.
Huh?
We have to vote on it.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm just moving on very quickly. All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Abstention? Motion carried. Okay, now 7, Trustee Castillo.
7.1 Personnel, Retirement of Staff. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby accepts the letter of resignation for the purpose of retirement from the following staff members as listed: Joseph Chetty, teacher, after serving the district for 30 years. Sandra Pollock, teacher, after serving the district for 27 years. And Rebecca Melata, food service helper, after serving the district for 15 years.
Motion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. 7.2, Education, Trustee Ellerby.
7.2, Education, approval of the first reading of the Code of Conduct. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby presents for the first reading the Code of Conduct for 2021-22 school year.
Motion?
I said second.
Oh, I'm sorry, did not hear you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. 7.3, Trustee Coward.
7.3 Education, adoption of the 2021-2022 Board of Education meeting calendar. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby adopts the meeting calendar for the 2021-2022 school year as attached.
Aye.
7.4, Trustee Avalon.
7.4 Education, approval of consultants. Be it resolved that the Board of Education hereby approves the agreements between the following consultants and the Freeport Union Free School District as per the list below, and be it further resolved that the Board of Education authorizes the superintendent or his designee to execute said agreements on its behalf.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. 7.5, Mr. Ellerby.
7.5, Finance, authorization to sign an agreement. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves a memorandum of understanding with Northwell Health and authorizes the superintendent of the schools to sign the memorandum of understanding.
Motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention? Motion carried. 7.6, Finance, Trustee Castillo.
7.6, approval of student accident catastrophic insurance. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves United States Fire Insurance Company to provide student accident catastrophic insurance through NYBEST for the 2021-2022 school year.
Second.
Motion. All in favor? Opposed?
Aye.
Abstention, motion carried. 7.7, Trustee Coward.
7.7, Finance, approval of student accident insurance pupil benefits plan incorporated. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District authorizes the district to enroll in the pupil benefits plan incorporated, providing student accident insurance through New York Best for the 2022 school year. Be it further resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District authorizes the superintendent of schools or his designee to execute the necessary paperwork to effectuate and said continued enrollment.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. 7.8, Trustee Avalon.
7.8, Finance, approval of a scholarship. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to be known as the HBC Loves You Scholarship. This scholarship shall be awarded to a senior who is attending a historically Black college or university. The scholarship has been made possible and is funded through the generous donation from Mr. Sharon Jackson and Mr. Jalen Jones, and is greatly appreciated.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. 7.9, Finance, Trustee Castillo.
7.9, Finance, approval of a scholarship. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves a scholarship in the amount of $1,000 to be known as the John P. Cummings Scholarship. This scholarship shall be awarded to a student athlete affected by COVID-19 and plans on pursuing their sport college. The scholarship has been made possible through the generous donation from Ms. Eileen and Laura Cummings and is greatly appreciated.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. 7.10, Trustee Ellerby.
7.10, Finance, budget transfer. Be it resolved that the Board of Education of the Freeport Union Free School District hereby approves the attached budget transfer.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. 7.11, Trustee Coward.
7.11, Finance, Nassau-Suffolk School Boards Association budget vote. Be it resolved that the Nassau-Suffolk School Boards Association proposed budget for the 2021-2022 school year as accepted by Nassau-Suffolk School Boards Association's Executive Committee be and hereby is approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. 7.12, Trustee Avalon.
7.12, Finance, Nassau-Suffolk School Boards Association officers vote. Be resolved that the Nassau-Suffolk School Boards Association proposed 2021-2022 slate of officers and members of the Executive Committee as presented by Nassau-Suffolk School Board's Nominating Committee be and hereby are approved.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstention, motion carried. Other reports to the board. Trustee Castillo.
Yes?
8.
What?
This information purposes.
What am I doing it?
No, it's okay. Sorry, that was information purposes. Any questions and comments from,
No.
No, President Lancaster, at this time, there are no questions or comments.
okay. Does the board have any comments?
I want to say a special thank you to the students who donated the scholarship, Mr. Sharon Jackson and Mr. Jalen Jones. I am so proud of you. I'm so proud to know you. And Jalen, I love you, and I know Mommy's very proud of you too. So thank you very much.
Trustee Castillo?
Well, I was saving this for now, but everyone beat me to it. Just wanted to say congratulations to Trustee Coward. Thank you for answering the call and serving, and I look forward to working with you.
Trustee Ellerby?
No comments.
And for myself, congratulations, Trustee Coward, for joining us. Also for the donations that we have received, and a good presentation that was just done on the opening day and the summer school program. That's about it. Let's see. Superintendent, your turn.
Madam President, I don't have any other comments, but I request for an executive session to discuss one matter relating to collective bargaining, one matter relating to specific matter relating to personnel, and one real estate matter.
Okay, so we're going to adjourn this meeting, and we're going to go into executive session. And our next meeting will be June 9th, 2021.
Need a motion?
So,
Need a motion to go into executive session?
Motion.
So moved.
okay.
Anybody second it?
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried.